Alright guys, we're back with another video on the channel. It's currently Crankworx again, so we're back out here and we're doing the Crankworx AirDH today down Mr. Black at Skyline, Rotorua. So done this track heaps of times. Every time we come to Skyline I always send it down this track, but they have made some changes, so gonna have to be cautious on the first couple laps. But first thing, we need to get ready because practice is about to start and I need to figure out this track. Alright, so I'm all geared up. Same thing that I wore at Crankworx last year, but I did get a new helmet, so haven't actually worn it yet, only like tried it on. It's a good fit, so rocking the Fast House full 9 super light helmet, so pretty excited to run this. Since the full 10 came out, these ones went on sale, so I had to get the deal. And wanted a helmet with the MIPS, so just in case anything happens. But I do, however, need to set up the GoPro on this so I can take you guys down the trail. So I'm probably going to do the same thing, chuck it up in here, and then see if I can direct mount the GoPro there, and it should be a pretty sick view. Alright, so I managed to get the GoPro set up, pretty much got what we ran on the other helmet on the peak. Try to get as close to eye level as possible. It's kind of blocking my vision, but not enough to actually be annoying, so we'll do a couple practice runs anyway and see how it goes and adjust it after that. But I want to check over the bike as well. So it's running same thing, Polygon. Chucked on a new chain, tuned up the gears, so that's all good. Everything else pretty much stock, running the clips, new grips, and then the rest is all just rider mod, so we've got to shred it today. Alright, so this is my first run dropping into this track after they've changed it a few times. Just wanted to cruise through and pretty much just roll over everything, make sure bike was good. So I hit these tabletops pretty easy. Done these like hundreds of times each time I come to Skyline. They weren't as lippy as they usually are, so it's pretty good. Heaps of riders going down like behind me and stuff. Got a little annoying because it was just like practice. This bit I just went for the easy option to roll over this tiny tabletop here, around the berm. This back section, hit these tabletops. And then there was this new berm feature, kind of like wall ride. A little awkward, haven't really ridden something like that, so I'm gonna have to get used to that in the next couple runs. The shadows here got pretty crazy, so go from bright light then just straight to dark, so you had to kind of adjust pretty quickly. This was a new section as well that I wanted to look at, so I just wanted to roll off the step down, and this step up, step down was all new, so just rolled through there just to check it out. And this is coming into the road gap, but I was just cruising too slow, so I ended up taking the B line down just because I didn't want to try to huck this road gap and then come up short on my first run. The only bike adjustments I'd made from the Crankworx like downhill was just pump the tyres up like maybe 24 psi front and rear, and kept everything up the same. Just cruising through this lower half, testing these berms. Quite a lot of braking bumps as well in these berms, so had to pull over to let these guys go through. Since I was just cruising down for my first lap and warm up. So I was still hitting all these tabletops, probably the funnest section, and then this wall ride, you kind of jump into it, stay low, and this is a new section that I hadn't ridden before as well, so you end up going left here, where the old track used to keep going straight through, so I was just checking this bit out. And then checking out this last berm as well. This bit is all new. And that was one lap at the AirDH course. And now this is second run, dropping in, so I want to go a bit faster. Just try hit these first jumps a bit cleaner, see if I can hold my pace through. This berm here was real tricky, quite slick. Try to jump these as low as I can. I got those all pretty clean, and then I hit another go at this berm, see if I can kind of whip it around super quick without getting air. Managed to get that, and then I wanted to jump through this section. Came up short there, so I kind of just rolled down, stepped down, and then still jumped up. Jumped off here, and then held my speed through here because I wanted to get this road gap. Already out of breath as well, it's probably only halfway. Hit the road gap easy. And this gap after it. That was my practice run too, and I was already knackered by the bottom. So. Now this is my third final practice run. Want to go like mimic a race run, so I went and tried all these race lines. Try hold speed, no brakes, pump through here, jump these as low as I can, get back on the ground, back on the pedals, jumped onto this tabletop here, which is a pretty fun line, and then tried to scrub these tabletops as much as I could, and stay low, because it's really easy to overjump these tabletops when you're going down at full speed. And here we go, trying this step down. Stuck to the inside here, jumped off easy, step on, step off. So I got through that all clean, hit the road gap again, that's the fastest way down. Felt really confident on this run, got all the gaps done. Just couldn't really hold full pace because I was just knackered by the end. And that was my practice runs for. Alright, so we managed to get some laps in. Pretty much did first lap, just a sight lap, just to see what they'd done different. But it wasn't too much, they tamed it down a little, which was pretty good. So some of the jumps that were a lot lippier, they've kind of rolled it a bit more. Could have been just from all the riders, but felt really good. It's just real hard to put the full lap together, because usually you stop halfway, have a breather, and then continue down, because it's 2 to 2.5 minutes, I'd say, sprint down. So it's pretty much all pedaling, pumping, sprinting. But track's running like really smooth, bike was really smooth, just couldn't really see. Might have to ditch the goggles because of all I've got is this like orange lens, and it was a bit like too dark in the shadows, so maybe if I just run no goggles it might be a bit better. And I need to figure out the GoPro to get out of my line of sight, because it's kind of just enough below that when my head's down I'm looking up. Pretty much just have something to drink, something to eat maybe, and get ready. So, alright, so I couldn't move it too much because it kept hitting the peak, so I'm gonna have to sort something out for like another time I wear the full face, but should be alright today. But new helmet's actually really comfy, running good. About an hour till race run, so I'm pretty nervous now. Hopefully, I think there's like 20 guys in my category, the 19 plus open, so if I can get top 10 or something, I'll be stoked with that. Either way, I'm out here having fun, getting this bike to rip, and then this could actually be the last race I'm doing on this bike before I might move on to something else, so let's send it off with a big one.
Get it. And then it's the right picture of me, right?
Yeah. Ready and go!
Get it.
Alright, so we're back from race run. I'm knackered, out of breath. Was sick like last week and the week before, so I've kind of only just come back, right? But ended up getting 7th in our group, so 12 seconds back from the guy who won our age out of 13 riders, so I'll take it. Definitely felt like it could have been faster in some parts, so kind of frustrating. Maybe if I'd done a few more like practice runs or something, but it's all good. Now it's time to pack the bike up and stuff, and then might go watch the pros and see what times they do. So I think it was a 2 minutes 37, so pros were probably going to get down to like 2:20 or something. They're going to be flying. So alright, so I'm all packed up. Pretty slick event, and then I think Crankworx freestyle, like slopestyle guys might be having practice, so it'd be cool to watch them. Yeah, I'll check back if anything happens, otherwise could be the end of the video. So